And I'm pretty sure when she got hit in her face, she wasn't trying to get back up and walk back into that hotel.
No,
he had to drag her ass.
That's the mentality. This is why I don't think he's sorry. This is why I don't think he has any drop of blood in that man's body is sorry about anything.
That's why I had to do the body language expert there.
Yeah, no, this man is a monster. He's a monster. He didn't make a mistake and do it once. He's done it to multiple women. Perhaps he has something to do with his daughter's mom's death.
Because
I truly believe that.
You get these celebrities and they're in your household. Like we grew up with Sean Combs.
Yeah.
We
grew up listening to his music.
We grew up listening to his music when I was old enough to afford my own money, and I was like, oh, we gotta go out. Like
Making the Band. What do you watch? Making the Band.
What type of shirt am I gonna wear while we're wearing business casual to the club? Of course, I'm gonna rock me a Sean John shirt. Oh, I'm old enough to drink now in the club.
We wear the
I'm gonna drink me some Ciroc, and I'm gonna sip that Ciroc.
Well, he doesn't have anything to do with Ciroc anymore.
But we did. He was the spokespuppy for it. He was the mascot.
And De Leon or whatever the other thing was, the more sophisticated.
I don't know if I sipped any of that. Usually, honestly, when it comes to beer, I drink whatever my Mexican brothers drink. And when it comes to liquor, I drink whatever the rappers drink. That's what I do.
I don't know.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Bleached blonde, bad build, butch body.
Beach blonde, bad build.
Abby's cracking up at the end like she couldn't take it anymore.
Butch body.
But back to Diddy. And the fact that he named himself Love, it's las muchachas de la ciudad.
Ciudad.
She said that he pissed on her.
Yeah.
Like on a like said
he
on
likes
there.
pissing on people.
What is the psychology behind that? Like I don't get it. Like what kind of fucked up are you?
You know people.
What kind of fucked up are you? Because that's beyond crazy.
Yeah.
Like am I just normal?
It's like you think you're a dog, like you're owning, like I own you. It's you're marking your territory.
Like I'm superior.
Like getting your mouth spitting, like spitting into someone's mouth.
You've done that. You're disgusting.
I love you. I want your soul.
Your soul. You're disgusting.
Spitting.
You're so disgusting. Listen to yourself. Anyway, what is the psychology?
Beyond pissing on people. I don't know. I'm just beginning to learn body language. I don't understand P language.
No, seriously, that's some sick shit. I don't know what the psychology is, but that's insane. But yeah, he hasn't changed. He was just doing all kinds of crazy shit not long ago. He was recruiting women to recruit other women. He's using all kinds of. He's giving all these girls drugs, alcohol. Yeah, he's not okay mentally. Something wrong with him already. Earlier, I was watching a meme about, or it was like a video or something, and it was a guy. It was a post, and there was a big girl, and I would never f a fat girl, right?
Right.
And then they look at his page and show a picture of his mom at the funeral, and it was a picture of his mom. His mom barely fit, and I'm not trying to be mean, in the casket. And people were like, "Yo, I know you're not talking about me." And then somebody said he was fat himself, and then somebody said, "You look like a fat girl."
That's his preferences.
The whole situation
I've seen fat women say they don't want no fat dude.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm just using him as an example. Right. Yes.
I do give this to him.
And that's not just online. It's real life.
Out to, if you want to go online and you want to talk shit, make your account.
Please do not.
Private. If you're going to comment, make sure that you can make comments back to you.
Unless you're confident with your shit and you're looking good and you what. But most people that look good don't make those comments, y'all. They don't.
But you know what? He's allowed to say it because his shit wasn't on private. He allowed comments back.
But you can't come and say, I will not mess around with a fat woman. Meanwhile, you're over here looking real wrong. The whole situation was wrong.
If he's not lying, then he's not lying. If that's his preference, he don't fuck with fat bitches.
Okay, but how dare you? You're fat.
Bleached blonde.
And I don't mean just fat. He's very
built. Bad built.
He was bad built.
Butch body bitches.
He was bad built. Like this.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show or...
Going at it.
Okay, so if I was to be 300 pounds, you wouldn't be with me.
Enter your 6-digit PIN number.
To be 300 pounds, would you be with me?
Yeah, I would be more with you.
Welcome, host. You have not started a show session in Callan Studio and cannot yet receive calls. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Callan Studio web interface.
That's not true.
Audio recording is on.
350 pounds. And
plus, oh my God, it'd be so cute. Your fat giggle with the accent. Juice. Little accent with a fat giggle, and I just tickle you until you pee yourself. That's how you lose weight. You'd be so dehydrated because I just tickle until you pee. The household would smell like hot ass pee.
Wow.
It'd be filled with piss and laughter.
Wow. Yeah. Listen to yourself. Cut this shit out of the video because it's not right.
Fart when you pee.
Oh my God. By the way, farting has nothing to do with being fat. It's just it's gastrointestinal issues. Anyone can have gastrointestinal issues.
If you don't fart when you pee, I don't want to.
If you don't fart when you pee, why do you have to fart when you pee? Is that a thing?
You gotta fart when you pee.
Why?
As a man, you fart when you pee. I don't know about women's business, but I would imagine you guys fart when you pee.
Why?
I don't know, because there's like a little, your bladder is near your whatever.
No, that has nothing to do with anything.
No, it's like gas. It's like you're emptying out. So the air is coming out. You gotta.
You shouldn't have air in your bladder.
Anybody in the comments, because this is not a live show, let us know.
Do women fart
when they pee? Do you fart when you pee?
No, we do not.
Listen,
I don't know about the women, but I'm gonna say
being a little shy.
No, I'm not being shy at all.
I don't even want to talk about farting and peeing with you. You know, that's your dirty business. You turn the fan on.
I'm your wife. What if you ever have to clean my ass one day? You never know. That's the reality of life.
Yeah, well, real. I got a cash app here. We're gonna have to get her a nurse.
Yeah, what if there's no nurse?
Sponge with a stick.
No, what if there's no nurse?
I'm gonna dunk you in the tub.
Oh my God.
Put some gloves on.
Wow, this is what I'm looking forward when I get old. Lord, please don't ever. I don't want to need him ever.
Stop that.
There's a freaking bug right there.
It's a stink bug. We don't kill those. I just smack them. Go away. Okay. I don't want them to stay on my TV though. I let them go when there's a lamp. You can stay on the lamp.
Thank you for listening. I want to thank everybody for supporting our first video that we made, and then of course it's been a minute, so we're doing the second one. So we appreciate it. We appreciate your support. Like, subscribe, and like this video, and leave a comment. You know, let us. I think I tried to answer all the comments last time, so I'll do the same on this one. So just leave a comment on what you think about
bleached
Diddy.
Blonde. Bad
Make a comment on that.
Butch body.
And what you think about Jasmine, what she said, if it was okay. You know, do you think it was okay for her to say that about her? Yeah, I think it was warranted, but what do you think? And also, do you think that Diddy is really sorry?
Yeah,
do you really think he's sorry? If you think he's sorry, let me know. If you don't think he's sorry, also let me know.
Diddy's a sociopath.
He is. He's
bleached blonde.
He's a
bad built butch body.
He's not a bad boy.
Why do I find this so funny? Oh my God.
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clicks.
Yay.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show or meeting number and press pound.
Enter your 6-digit PIN number. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Callan Studio web interface. Audio recording is on.
We're a little hot there. Let this music dub up. We're gonna let go. Tonight's show is entitled Distress. Main lines in the building. Let me know. I feel like I'm crazy loud. I feel like I'm crazy loud. Let the children sing. Be rattling around in here. You mo 3 times. Talking shit, getting clicks is the YouTube channel, and you are now locked in with the Me episodes. That's right, we're live. It's me. Thank you, sir. And since Mainline's here, it's the we. That's right. When you call in our live line 313-825-5557, or when you jump in the chat with the Jump Out Gang.
Many people know them as the Jump Out Boys in their city. That boy is good.
You know? When you do all of that, more horns. When you do all of that, I'm telling you, it becomes the we episodes. It's not just about me. It's about we.
I can't control it.
Okay? All right.
It's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand.
I don't understand it. Let's start the show. What's good, everybody? All right, so tonight what I want to talk about is I want to explore the ongoing saga surrounding Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito and his wife, Martha Ann. And if you guys don't know already, what had happened was the Alitos decided that they were going to fly an American flag upside down. Ipso facto, why that's the thumbnail choice of this evening. And if anybody knows, flying the flag upside down is a sign of distress. But it seems like this symbol has been co-opted from many libertarians and the MAGA party, and we are going to discuss it. That's what we're going to discuss. Amongst other things, I've got some stuff for you. You should already know that, right? And if you don't like those topics, even though you know, we're going to talk about that. That's what I'm talking about. Go, Ja. If you're at the game, plug me in, put me on your phone, throw a little AirPod in there, a little headphone, if you will, and lock in with me. Hit in the comments, chat. We could do this with the phones because we got the technology now. And now, let me move this out the way. Let me move it out of the way. All right, so, Ramid. I didn't mean that.
I can't control
that.
Okay.
Straight up for you, sir. For the horns in the house. Let me take a swig. Talk my shit, man. All right, that's enough. That's enough of that. Justice Alito, Supreme Court justices. Oh man, let me tell you what. This morning I was going through. I like to lurk through the social medias, guys. When I find something like that I like, I'll share it with you on my stories on Instagram or on Facebook or wherever, right? And some of them I save and I use on the show. But one thing that got to me this morning while I was waking up from my wonderful slumber was I got on my phone and I'm scrolling and I see that there is a talk of reparations. You know, and I peruse and then I go straight to the comments. You know, this is how we do. We go straight to the comments, and I like to see these arguments, pro and con, for the subject of reparations for the ancestors of the formerly enslaved people, the offspring their lineage, and as well as the natives here, you know. But I always like a good reparations conversation, and what I can't stand is when someone takes it out of what we would consider maybe a logical realm, like a debate, something that's debatable, and then cuts in with ad hominem attacks. So I felt like some dude was on there just being, I don't know, for the lack of a better word, what is it? He was being a fucking bigot. Wow. He was being a bigot, right? So I engaged with him, I hit reply, and I was, basically like, this is for this, and this is what's for this. Nothing disrespectful. And then I invited him, after going back and forth with him for like one round, to the show, and obviously he declined. But if he did take me up on that offer, we could talk about this evening, and you can call in. Our call-in lines here, talking shit, getting clicks. We episodes. I mean that. We. It's all about all of us. Whether we agree or we disagree. You can call into that 313-825-5557 and talk your shit. Voice your opinion. You don't have to come up off of it, Mr. Twitter fingers. He made some type of lame ass excuse talking about it was below him to call into someone's show who believes in the idea of reparations. What? Y'all don't gotta clap at everything. We're not. Yeah, we don't gotta clap at everything. All right. What's up, chat skis? What's going on in the chat? Let me tell you what, it's hot in here. It is hot in here. It's hot in here. And I don't have the AC on because I want you guys to have the premium audio experience that you all deserve.
Defense attorneys have proposed asking prospective jurors if they have opinions about people from New Jersey.
Look at this nigga.
All right, so check this out. Let me know if you guys are there, chit-chatting. Let me know what's good. Throw me a like, throw a share, a subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that the fun is about to begin. And before we start,
swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
It's still holding on number one on my charts of sound effects. But I think that it might be usurped by
the average human being. Don't got time to research about no fucking aliens or angels,
and that's why we do it for you.
So listen.
That shit, yo, bro. Think about what you just discovered.
I got, you know what?
And while you're at it, you guys can hop on over to Facebook on these Thursdays nights before my show. There's a show that comes on, and it's called The POE Cast, and it's actually Thursday nights, ladies' nights, with the wonderful Tormenta. You may know her as Storm, and she has Reckless World 7, just, as her Robin to her Batman, and she goes ahead and she talks her shits. It's a family affair over here, guys. That's how we do it. So let me throw that up so you guys can see for yourselves. They do some good work over there. There has not ever been a time where I've gone and watched their lives and haven't started laughing within 3 seconds. All right, maybe 3 seconds is a little bit of exaggeration, but not too much. Within a minute, 90 seconds, Reckless is going to say something. Tormenta is going to say something. There's going to be a face made. They're going to play a certain video, and you are going to be in it with them. So don't forget.
The average human being don't got time to research about no fucking alien.
They don't got enough time. That's why you got to check out Mr. El Vlago and the Crimson Tempest herself, Tormenta. And usually when I do that, you get because I know they love that one. This is America. Welcome to America. Definitely. Talking shit, getting clicks. Mo 3 times at your MFN service. Oh man, so what's going on, guys? It's Bo Biden on the crack. I heard he has a superhuman power to find crack no matter where he is in the world. It is something that I guess it's a talent. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea if that's a talent because I don't participate in the crackery. Okay? I just don't. I just effing don't. I just do not. I do not. Not at all. So, with that said, understand that no crack shall be ingested on this show. You hear those birds? That's the sound of life out there, guys. It is something, Flash. It is something. All right, so this is what I got for you guys. What do we got? Oh, let's go to the screen. Oh, I'm getting better at this. Yo, let me tell you what. There is a story that is going around the digital streets about a man simply going into the DMs of a woman that he found beautiful online. This happens every day, 1 billion times a day, I would think, right? But this one instance of hitting someone in the DMs turned extremely weird. And I'm gonna tell you why right now. This is where I hit the button like this. Like, hold on. Like I hit.
Meanwhile in Florida.
No, I don't believe this took place in Florida. It might have though, because it's some type of Florida stuff. But I just like a little quick. Where is it? Right now up. Woman shows how her absent father didn't recognize her and asked her if she's single. This is what's going on. This is what's going on here. That's right. This lady here pictured with the phone. I call it the phone facing selfie, whatever. She's online showing her cookies, showing the goodies, showing the piercings, showing the tats. And a man comes across it and DMs her, ends up being her father. Luckily for her, and we'll see the DM, she recognized it. That's right. And this is what it said. You bad. Are you single? You know I'm Talacia, your daughter. Laughter. How you don't recognize? And he goes, no, you not. And he goes, Monique is my mom. And he says, Tink, you look so different. I'm sorry. And then he goes on to say, send me some pics. That's weird.
Look at this nigga.
One more time.
Look at this. Nigga.
That's some crazy shit.
Yo, killing me with this.
That's what it says right on here. Send me some pics. Pics. Who does stuff like that? Who does those things, guys? Who's about that life? No one? No one's about that life? That's crazy. That's what he said. I don't get it. No one gets it. So then I move on, and here we go.
My badass brothers eat all my shit, bro. I can fucking make them.
Poor baby.
Bro, I can't even fucking eat shit because they ate all of that shit, bro. All of the fucking shit, bro. Everything they ate. They ate the fries, they ate. Never fucking mind because my badass brothers eat all my shit.
Now, just to give what the commenters are saying is that this woman had went out, this young lady had went out and got 40 wings, fries, and corn from the Wingstop. Let me see, they got deals like that. Wingstop. Let's see this menu. We might have to order online because Love is off the reservation, which means I'm going hungry tonight. You know what I mean? No, I mean, that means I'm going to have to order me something. All right, so, accept all cookies, boom, 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 explore menu, why can't I just see the menu? All right, there we go. They had a boneless meal deal. They got the all-in bundle with the 16 boneless wings. Now, right here it says, oh, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, here it is. When your siblings are big back AS, 40 wings and fries from Wingstop. That's a lot of wings from Wingstop. 20 boneless right here. This is a 20 boneless meal deal. So she must have got 2 of these boneless meal deals, at least 2 20 pieces. And they didn't save her any. They didn't save her any food. They got corn in there? I've never seen corn in there. Damn, not the Cajun fried corn? Look at this. They ate all her food. You wouldn't be in there with the snot bubbles right now?
Bro, I can't even fucking eat shit because they ate all of that shit, bro. All of the fucking shit, bro. Everything they ate the fries, they ate. Never fucking mind, because my fat ass brothers eat all my shit, bro. I can't fucking make them.
Yo, she's crying from a place of pain. Ladies and gentlemen, she is crying from an effing place of pain. She is distraught. She is distraught. She is besides herself. She is distressed right now, if you will. All of this happening because her big back siblings decided they was going to eat all of the freaking food. And once again, like the lady says, they ate the fries. And the way she's crying, they were probably a different type of fries. They might have been the Louisiana voodoo fries. She probably got a little, 40 wings. Look, there's 4 of us. I got 3 brothers plus me. I'm going to get him some buffalo ranch fries, some seasoned fries, some cheese fries, and some Louisiana fries. On top of that, I'm going to get us a 10-piece corn joint for us to share and endeavor, some dips and flavors. Look at this. Look at the dips and flavors. And then on top of that, I'm going to get these lousy fuckers a 20-piece. 2 20 pieces so they all get 10. Caro.
Many people know them as the Jump Out Boys in their city.
You know what I mean? Only thing she want to come on right now. I don't know. I do have the soul of a big back. Like, I could get out of hand easily if I don't watch it. So I understand. I sympathize with everybody. But for her to go out there and get all of this good, delicious food with the Cajun corn, hold on, let me move my head. Oh, man. Jabin won. That's awesome. And John's playing in his right now. Look at this. Let the children sing. Go, Jabin. Kata. Brazil has won one. Sharon has won one. I played in one. We didn't win ours, but I played in one. And then Jabin's won one. Ja's already won one. He's trying to win another one. Like that, everybody's winning. Everybody's winning. They're good at the little league thing. My thing, they used to throw the ball. I used to step in to get my base because I just needed to get on base. That's what I was trying to do. I wasn't a batter. Scotty T. I don't know how long I'm gonna last in here.
You were a comedy minute quickie.
I don't know, cause honestly, it's hot. Jaws pitching. I want to see some video. Text them and tell them to send some video. Now I'm sad because I'm missing this stuff. I'm upset. It is something, Flash. I'm missing this stuff. Flash, while you're at it, while you're talking your shit, Pops, give us a drop.
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clicked.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Damn, not the Cajun fried corn. The Cajun fried corn ate it up. All right, so far, we got the big backs eating the food. We got the dad hollering at his own daughter in the DMs. Like, what? Let's reverse and go back to that. How do you end up hollering at your own daughter in the DMs? How does this happen? You bad, are you single? Like, dude, you're my dad. No, you not. No, I'm not your dad. Monique, my mom, and he already knew. Oh, I know Monique. Of course you know Monique, and that's your daughter, dude. And then after this, he said, send me some pics. Now, I'm sure, okay, people are clowning him like he's being perv, like, send me some pics of you, send me some more. But I'm pretty sure he's just like, yo, send me some more pics of you, because I don't have any pics of you growing up. This is me wiping the sweat, no tears. Even though, you know, I've cried in here. I share everything with you guys. Talking shit, getting clicks. Let the children sing. Oh. Yeah, so we got that. She wanted her food, corn nuggets. We saw the menu. And then we got Pops hollering at. We're going to definitely talk about Justice Alito, and we're going to talk about my beautiful and beloved American flag. This is definitely what I feel like talking about today because it's been so disrespected. Distress and disrespect. That should be the effing title. The disrespect. Yeah, let me show you right now. I'm going to go off on a rant, and I know this is just a side mission, but it's all par with the course of where we're going. We're just taking a little loop-de-loop. Work with me here. Listen, I love America, okay? I love America. America is family. Now, understand what I'm saying, right? Sometimes you and your family get in little arguments, little disagreements. You don't like each other. Sometimes you have your little battles with each other, but ultimately, when it comes down to it, that's your fam. Y'all gang, you know, and that's who you roll with, and that's how I feel about my America. It's not a perfect, but damn it, it's mine and yours. This land is your land, my land, made for you and me. You know what I'm talking about, Americans. But what I'm also trying to say is that I say that because I could not in good conscience, and it worried me just to flip a flag upside down and put it as my thumbnail. So I chose to go with a black and white version, which is like I would say like lightly a facility. I can't even talk. It's effing fake and just a representation of an American flag. But because I believe the colors of red, white, and blue are very important on this American flag, I'm going to go ahead and I threw it up there. Because you know what? We should all see this and we should all be aware. It should alert us. Whether it alerts you and you're like, yes, it's positive, or alerts you and you're like, oh my God, that is so disrespectful. When you see a symbol such as Old Glory hung upside down and what most of us now know is a symbol of distress. Like, damn. So please, if you were taken aback by my thumbnail or offended by it, I apologize. From the bottom of my heart. Not, I'm sorry for a misunderstanding or anything. I apologize. I'm not going to say but. However, I will say, I had to put that there as a symbol that will get people to listen to this and feel something about this and have an opinion about this. I definitely want some people to have opinions about this. And maybe I can tell you a couple things, share my point of view on that. I didn't mean to take that long. I don't do monologues like nighttime talk show hosts or anything like that. However, damn it, I love America. Rest in peace, Toby Keith.
I can't control it.
I can't control it.
Okay? It's
All
in
right,
my family.
so-
My father said is on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand. I mean,
With
it makes
that-
me very sad.
Let's get into it. So, the Supreme Court, United States, Samuel Alito. Let's find him. I got a picture of him. Why am I whispering? It's a habit. I can't help it. This is Justice Alito. Here he is. They say flag seen flying at January 6th insurrection reportedly spotted at Justice Alito's LBI vacation home. That's right. Justice Alito has a vacation home in Long Beach Island, New York. If you guys ever been to LBI, it is nothing beats Wildwood. That's all I'm saying. I'm kind of partial though, but he's got a vacation home there, and he flew a flag. We will talk about that flag and talking about this. But what I want to tell you is that basically Samuel Alito, who is a junior, he currently holds a position in the Supreme Court bench. He's one of the more senior justices there, and he happens to be, one of the conservative justices. He's known for his right-wing leanings, and many have pegged him not as just a regular Republican. He's more of a libertarian, and that's how his opinions read to a lot of the professionals in the business. Now, there was a ProPublica.org article that came up in 2023. Yeah. Let the children sing from them bikes. Right? So, anyway, in this article, they exposed Justice Alito, and other justices have been exposed for doing this. But in Alito's case, what he was doing is, it looks like he was enjoying gifts and vacations and boat rides and fishing trips with businessmen, with venture capitalists, and with investment bankers, and he was not disclosing any of that information. Now, one of these specific guys that he was running around with, his name is Paul Singer. I'm gonna bring up Paul Singer's picture. Where is Paul? It's gotta be somewhere here. Let's find Paul. Oh, here he is. All right, this is Paul Singer right here. This guy. Right? Billionaire. And he has a hedge fund. And Justice Alito, that was his buddy. They take fishing trips together. And basically, Justice Alito would rule over cases that involved Paul Singer and or his company or any of his investments, at the tune of Paul Singer's hedge fund had came to the court at least 10 times in cases where his role was often covered by the legal press and mainstream media. And we're talking 10 times that Paul Singer's company came in front of the Supreme Court. I don't even know if it seems unheard of, but maybe for billionaires, this is a normal thing. And then, as I'm saying this would make me want to question and find out the numbers of, what type of cases are actually going in front of the Supreme Court. I think it's important that we audit the Supreme Court. And don't get me twisted. This isn't a liberal hippy dippy thing. I think we should look into all of them with fine-tooth combs and find out what in the hell is going on. Excuse me. Let me flex my light. God, I need more light, guys. I need more light so you can see me sweat. Oh, wow. What's up, Love? What's good? I got a new one for Love. Listen to this.
No creature on earth, except for my dog, is ever gonna control me.
One more time, because that's kind of loud. Hold on.
No creature on earth, except for my dog, is ever gonna control me.
No creature on earth, except for her dog, is ever going to control her. Shout out to Ev Love Love. My pity lady. All right, so check this out. Paul Singer, pictured here, beers, pole in ocean, on yacht, with one, Sam, Alito, pictured here, laughing and joking and maybe talking a little business. Saying Alito probably says, hey, I know you got a couple cases coming in front of me this year, and they light their effing cigars and they toast their little white wine spritzers and they're about to eat the most delicious swordfish you ever done had. I'm hating. I am hating, guys.
Yo, killing me with this.
You know? And then Paul Singer's company goes up in front of the Supreme Court 10 times. And how does Paul Singer's company come back? 10-0, baby. And that's right. In 2014, the court agreed to resolve key issues in a decades-long battle between Singer's hedge fund and the nation of friggin' Argentina. A hedge fund beat an entire country, and Alito chose not to recuse himself from that case. Instead, he was a part of a 7-1 majority vote, and the hedge fund ultimately was paid $2.4 billion.
Swallowed up.
There
Have
we
you
go.
ever been swallowed up?
Right there.
Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
10 times Paul Singer had went through a time of swallowing at the behest of one Samuel Alito.
Good. Good and terrible.
Are we tracking here? We tracking? I know. It could be crazy. But I'm going to tell you one thing for sure I know. You're watching Talking Shit, Getting Clicks, original podcast. If you got a little anything out of this little first part of my, like, a Samuel Alito joint, then you will know that, yeah. But you know what? Let me break it up. I know it's a lot. It's a lot to devour. It is. Once again, that's right, Jabin, congratulations. And a championship. I love it. All right. Earlier today, I posted something on Facebook, and I'm going to have to share it with you because it's just come to my attention. It was a little provocative. I thought it was funny. I thought it was disgustingly funny. Like one of those Scotty T groaners, because I kind of groaned when I saw this.
You were a comedy minute quickie.
You know what I mean? But at any rate, I shared this, and honestly, it is something, Flash. Like, I shared this, and honestly, I may not have, should have shared this, like, post with you guys. You know? Like, I might not have, I should not have done it. I'm thinking in hindsight, 50-50, 100%, I shouldn't have done it. Let me sip my waters, but let me just go and see if I can find it. Was it a real, wait a minute, story or some view story? Oh, here it is. Disgusting. This is disgusting. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. I just had it. It was just up. And then I lost it. What am I doing? I have not. Oh, here we go. View story. I love that one.
We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway.
That's crazy. Wow, let me turn this down just a little bit. I know I don't want to break you guys' eardrums. Where's my monitor here? There it is. Let me move it. This is true. Oh my God, I forgot. We on some copyright-ish. Caught myself. Oh, look at this.
Oh. Excuse me.
Oh, I forgot. I want you back. All right, this happened in Wisconsin. Oh. This girl is graduating, walking across the stage, and before she was able to shake the hand of a superintendent, her father steps in and pushes the superintendent out of the way, basically in the background. Hold on, I will run it back again for you, but basically saying, that's my daughter, don't touch her. I mean, it's 2024, people. It's 2024. I've looked at this video a couple times, and it's something I almost forgot. But I looked at this video a couple times, and yo, I am embarrassed. She looks embarrassed that her father was behaving that way. Oh man, I could do a whole effing breakdown of this video, things that I just saw in there, and I probably could watch it a couple more times and pick out a couple things. I didn't. Look, there's a handshake. Father sees it coming. Like, no.
Excuse me. Where's Brendan?
Get away from me, bro.
No,
Hey, go. You need to get, hey.
He said, no, you're not. That is my daughter. That man was...
no such thing as a life that's better than yours.
This is crazy. This is effing crazy. That's right. This is my Facebook page, by the way. I'm Mo 3 times. Benny Snake Eye Wilson. You know. I got 905 friends. If you all hit like... If you're like my... If we're cool, and you're not just like spying on me or whatever, I don't know why anybody do that. I do what I do. You know what I mean? And I support when I can. But if y'all did that, a little like, share, subscribe, yo, we could take this talking shit, getting clicks. Wait, we could do it further and faster. Maybe not further, but definitely faster where we're getting to go. We could probably do that. Come together. You know what I mean? If you don't do it, I hated it. But it is something we all need support. What's up, Murph? The district has some deep-stated racial issues. Wisconsin? Are you talking about Wisconsin? Probably, but that was crazy, bro. Did he? Hold on. I gotta go back. Did he have the effing sunglasses on the hat?
I just told her that you be eating them damn plan beans like jelly beans. I just told her that you be eating them.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Yep, sunglasses on hat.
Excuse me. Where's Brendan?
Get away from me, bro.
No.
Hey, go. You need to get, hey.
Like, he didn't look drunk. He looked totally lucid and just went up there like, damn. Yo, I'm telling you, racism is crazy. Yo, while I was watching, I'll play this one for you too, because it says black aunties can boost anyone's self-esteem, even a male peacock. Check it out.
No such thing as a life that's better than...
Or maybe not. Maybe that's not. Maybe it doesn't want to go. Let me view my story. This is what I'm talking about here. This is what I posted, and I'm gonna go back.
Oh, that you be eating them damn plan beans like jelly beans.
Okay, why do I be eating them though? Cause what you be doing?
Because you don't never let me eat the kids back up out you.
What did he say?
Yeah. And he said that nastiness, right? He says this nastiness. Now check the people who viewed this. Will Murphy, you are one of them. I'm going to move that list off of this just because I don't want to dox you guys. But William Murphy, you watched this. Yes, pause. My mother watched this. Mama watched this video. Jab watched this. Uncle Kenny watched this. My Aunt Betty, the evangelist, watched that video. My cousins, some friends, some people I understand would laugh at it. The Pastor Morgan who married me and my wife, the pastor saw that. If Jerry Gillespie is watching this straight up and down, I think today's his birthday. I'm gonna shoot him a message. Today is also D-Day, and I believe this is the 80th anniversary of the day, where our coalition forces stormed the beach of Normandy in France and proceeded to start what would be a brutal campaign against the Nazis. Right? Crazy. From the West. And on the East, we were, doing the Japan thing. But check this out. There were still some survivors and they all went back to the beach of Normandy, and they were sitting there, guys, they're older in their wheelchairs. Some were still able, walking and talking and lucid and with it, God bless them. And they just got to reminisce about that day that they crawled those beaches. And that's one of the most, oh man. And when I talk about Normandy Beach and D-Day, the best theatrical, on film, on camera representation, and ones that I have witnessed. Now, I've heard people say, I've heard World War II veterans say that they thought these scenes were so realistic and it took them back, and some of them, call it got misty-eyed looking at. But I actually talked to myself, a World War II veteran. When I was in high school, the man that owned the flower shop in Delsey, little short guy, owned the flower shop, would waddle around there making sure them flowers was beautiful. And I would get my boutonnieres from him. And he was like, hey, we were talking, because we would talk and chit-chat when I would see him. And he'd be like, did you see Saving Private Ryan? I probably said that wrong. Saving Private Ryan, because, these lips. But Saving Private Ryan. If I learn how to talk, I'm telling you, the world will be my oyster one of these days. And I've watched this movie, I'm going to probably say easily about 10, 15 times maybe over a lifetime. It came out in 1998. Matt Damon, a young Matt Damon, a younger Tom Hanks, Vin Diesel's in this movie. It's an all-star cast, and it was produced by Steven Spielberg. Listen, the opening scene shows the coalition U.S. British forces all storming the beaches of Normandy. And the beaches of Normandy, they were coming from the sea onto a beach. And the Nazis had the high ground. Now, if anybody's a Star Wars fan, you will know that having the high ground is Princess Peach. Anakin, I have the high ground. Anakin's like the strongest Jedi ever of all time. But Obi-Wan had the high ground. And so when Anakin, a.k.a. soon-to-be Darth Vader, jumps at fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi, he chops his ass in half. And the only reason why Obi-Wan Kenobi was able to beat Darth Vader was because he had the high ground. I say this because the Germans, Heinz, they had the high ground. These guys stormed a beach. Understand, jumping out of a boat, you have your pack on. I remember I was a soldier. I would say our gear was probably lighter because, it's more lighter. We use lighter fibers and stuff like that, and armor and everything like that. So they're probably carrying straight up metal on their backs on a beach. Have you ever walked on a beach? It's hard to walk on a beach when it's like the water meets the beach and it's nice and flat and kind of damn concretey because your feet's kind of sinking. Now imagine storming a beach with 100-pound pack on your back, wearing boots. That shit is incredible. Not only that, you're not just trying to run through the beach. You got barbed wire stopping you, mines, anti-tank, anti-personnel, and then you got a buddy shooting 50 cal rounds these bullet chunks around, shooting this type of heavy hot metal shit that is like this size at your head. Do. Like, I don't care who you are. I think war is ridiculous, and I think it's silly, and I think we should find a way to get beyond it. But looking back, man, the things those guys did. That's all I'm saying. I ain't mean to take too long, but hats off to them. And they did it, you know, for their man to the left and right. They did it for us back here in the United States of America, for our safety and our freedoms. They did it for big business as well. They did it. What's up, Bell? Southern Bell. You know what? Representative Brian Donald, I was watching him on an interview today on CNN. He was going back and forth with, what is her name, Abby? She was going back and forth with Abby. And matter of fact, Representative Brian Donald, when we went and did the, hold on, might be another one of my favorites. And this is actually Abby saying this. I know it's on the right side. Yeah. Bear with me, guys.
No one likes us. When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to.
Like when she was on CNN saying,
bleached blonde, bad built, butch body.
Oh, let me type. Yo, during that session that the
bleached blonde, bad built, butch body.
When all of that took place, Byron Donald was right there in that same session, and this MFer was walking around the session, and I'm gonna say allegedly, he was drinking liquor. And you wanna know how I know he was drinking liquor? Because we discussed this. This is a water bottle. They would have had a water bottle if they were in there drinking water. They would have probably most likely had one of these. This MFer didn't have a cup like this, because a red Solo cup would probably be more of a dead giveaway. He had like a tin cup, but I'm holding this for effect for you, just so you know. I gotta be totally transparent. But this fucker in that session, I watched with these two eyes, with thine own eyes, I watched him saunter past the camera that was in the session capturing all the fuckery with his cup. And it wasn't here. When you're here, this is a coffee grip. You're standing, you got a coffee grip here. This is a coffee grip. He was here, walking around like this. Like if he had some fucking pistachios in his left hand shaking it, we would have known for sure. But yeah, there he did. He did. So what was he doing on the Joy Reid show? Acting a fool. He was talking about something. What was he talking about today? And Abby was digging in him. He really had nothing in him. And he said he was like one of the best communicators on that side. Like, yeah, maybe. But yeah. Fill us in on it. I wanna talk about Alito. But yeah, I showed that video of that debaucherous post, and everybody effing sat there. They sat there and they watched it, and some people saw it that I shouldn't have seen it. I need to stop like compartmentalizing things that are sent to certain people on there, because I got 906 friends. And I got some of those friends that are definitely going to heaven. I got some friends that are going to Hades. And I got some friends that are 50-50.
Groovy.
It's part of the experience. It's part of the experience of you, of me, of my original podcast called Talking Shit, Getting Clipped on YouTube. And I appreciate all of you guys for being here this evening. We are still talking about Justice Alito. Distress is the thumbnail. There is no disrespect to the United States of America flag. Old Glory is not being disrespected in this thumbnail. This is just a facsimile of Old Glory and a representation and a visual representation of how Judge Alito, who has now blamed his wife, saying that she was the one indeed flying that flag. And there have been comments, and one of the best comments I heard about this was that, damn, Justice Alito is out here telling women what they can do with their bodies, as he was in the consenting majority of the trip to Supreme Court that overturned over 50 years of Roe versus Wade. He said it was his wife who hung that flag in that manner, and that he had no say in it. So yeah, hundreds of millions of women, he can talk and tell them what they have to do, but he can't, not the one at home. I don't want to sound like, and I understand Justice Alito, because at my house,
No creature on earth, except for my dog, is ever gonna control me.
you know what I mean? I'm telling you, Justice Alito, once, please, if you're watching, Sam,
No creature on earth, except for my dog, is ever gonna control me.
that's a daily in my household. No creature on earth, except for her dog, is ever going to control. I understand.
First of all, I like what you're doing, but I don't like what you're doing because you fucking with fire. You fucking with real.
That sounds like Love too. She's gangster. She's gangster, guys. When Love sees me, I'll be flinching. No, I don't. But, like, he could have been like, hey, listen, I am a Supreme Court justice on United. I'm one of the senior judges on the Supreme Court. When we take the pictures, I'm sitting down in the front row, senior type. Babe, it's not a good look for us to be hanging a flag upside down for all of our neighbors to see in this climate where anybody can grab a phone and be like, boom, that's Justice Alito's house. Look how he is hanging the United States flag outside of his residence. He's supposed to be an impartial Supreme Court justice. The Supreme Court needs to be audited, and there needs to be some changes, and that is what I'm going with this evening. That's what I'm saying. Please, Minnie, you complete me. Are you telling me how to live my life? You see me sweating in here like James Brown at 11:30 p.m.? Sorry, I'm gonna move this mic. I feel like I'm totally loud. But seriously, that's what I'm standing on. You know, we gotta stand on something here. I'll be diplomatic, I know. Give you something. Hey, if you're out there and you're watching this, guys, can you do me a quick favor? If you're not subscribed, please hit subscribe for me. Please throw me a like and then share. You can share it amongst yourselves. We are trying to, the algorithm, hold on, maybe if I hit this button. We are trying to the algorithm up, you know what I mean? And if you do that, little trick there. I don't know.
Y'all don't gotta clap
I
at
saw it on
everything.
TikTok. It might work. So, a lot of the stuff on TikTok works. A lot of it. Some of it is crazy. But when you got Paul Singer taking you to Alaska for luxury fishing trips, like, what the hell? What are you gonna do? You're gonna call Samuel Alito and tell him, hey, pack your rod, pack your reel, tell your wife to hold the fort down. And if she gets in any trouble, to raise the American flag upside down.
Y'all don't gotta clap at everything.
Defense attorneys have proposed asking prospective jurors if they have opinions about people from New Jersey.
All right, so this is where I want to go. Power Ghost season premiere at midnight. I have never watched Power. I have never watched Ghost. I might have seen like little parts, but I've never watched it. And it is something I would like to watch. To be honest with you, last week I finally finished Breaking Bad. I know, right? That's how it feels. But it was awesome. My next door neighbor is gonna probably come over here and do a show with me one of these days. I had already put the show together this evening, but I was hoping that she would stop by and say hello. I'm gonna do an interview. She's a great talk to. You know, I'm not even gonna mince words. She's a great person to talk to. Real official whistle people. She's gone through a lot of life. She's got so many effing stories. Interesting, entertaining, funny, thrilling, riveting. stories, and I got to share her with you guys. So be on the lookout.
Look at me out here dodging raindrops.
Great series. Will Murphy says great series. When speaking of Power, Ghost season premiere tonight. Which season is this? 3, 4? Power Ghost. Is it? And it's on Stars, right? Ghost. Damn, is it season 4? Season 4. Premieres June 7th, 2024. Today is June 6th. And at midnight, it will be the 7th, and you're going to get a premiere. And I'm going to tell you what. The first premiere, season 4, episode 1, will be entitled I Don't Die Easy. Breaking Bad was good. I like how it ended. Of course, you know how it had to end the way it was going to have to end, and I like the way it ended. That it's a pretty classic way. It's way better than how The Sopranos ended, or Oz ended. I go back to Oz. Guys. That's how old I am. The Wire didn't even end that bad because there was always like a hope for more series from them. But glad to know I have a competition. There is no competition for you, Southern Belle. You are the competition.
There's no strategy. There is no thought. And the brand is just him.
All right, so let's get back to it. Let's get back to this Justice Alito business. Now, but I would say about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, this all came to light. So there was the June 2023 article from these guys at ProPublica giving us the deals and the deeds of Samuel Alito taking luxury vacations with the billionaire, right? And that came out in 2023. Now in 2021 is just there was a New York Times article, and the New York Times article is bringing us to where we are today with that story. So back in 2021, the New York Times wrote exposing the Supreme Court conservative, and then Alito had a response. This better be it. This better be the response. Yeah. Let's check it out. Minute video. Let's check it out.
Samuel Alito is responding this morning to a report in the New York Times that in 2021, he had an American flag hanging upside down outside of his home. So according to the report, this was the photo taken on January 17th, 2021. The upside down flag was a symbol associated with former President Trump's false claims of election fraud. During the January 6th attack at the Capitol, dozens of rioters were carrying similarly inverted flags. So in a statement to the Times, Alito said this: "I had no involvement whatsoever in the flying of the flag. It was briefly placed by Mrs. Alito in response to a neighbor's use of objectionable and personally insulting language on yard signs." The Times report is raising concerns about Alito's impartiality as the Supreme Court considers two major cases related to the January 6th attack.
Hey, Okay, so you just saw right there what they said. He said that, listen, this lady, one of our neighbors, was flying some yard signs or whatever we didn't like, and as a response, my wife responded by flying the American flag upside down. Yo, so Martha Ann Alito, I will show you what she looks like right now. I know I have it. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Martha Ann. This is what she looks like. That's insane. Let's back up just a little bit. This is her. That looks like an older picture. This is a more updated picture of Samuel Alito and his wife, and he does not look happy. He doesn't look happy. Just in that picture. That could just be a split second, though. This is, it looks like his wife swearing him in. It was like a Newsweek article. They're showing here she is on C-SPAN. So it seems like the wives of Supreme Court justices are out there and they are, making political moves on behalf of maybe not their Supreme Court justice husbands, but maybe for themselves, or maybe, and quite possibly, and more likely, in tandem with their Supreme Court justice husbands. And I'm not just talking about Martha Ann Alito. Can anybody in the chat bring up another Supreme Court justice spouse that has been doing some fuckery as of late? Maybe another one that may have been with some ties to the January 6th debacle. Dave Mainline says, there's the show. Distress. Yeah. There is no difference. Excuse me. There is no difference in having Chief Justice in your pocket than it is to have lobbyists do your bidding. There is no upside down because the right side is not on the up. I'm going to do that, insert some effects where like the camera shakes and everything, and then I'm going to throw an even better sound effect on that, make it a clip, and I'm going to post that everywhere, because damn it, look at you. Mainline's over here being profound. Y'all see this? You see what I'm talking about? This is not just the me episodes. I know I'm here 3 times. That's what makes it the me. But honestly, it's you guys out there who makes it the we. I'm telling you. Like, for real. I'm going to leave that up there just for a second. But I did ask you guys a question. I mean, Mainline, I appreciate that. We're keeping that up there. That might be on a t-shirt. You know what I mean? But more importantly, I asked a question. Well, not more importantly, but also I asked a question. There is another Supreme Court justice spouse that is fucking up the flow. Anybody know who that is?
Y'all gotta clap at everything.
Anybody know? I'll give you a chance. It's the wife of one of the African American, the black judges. Yeah. I'll give you another hint. Her name starts with, oh no. Yeah. Her last name starts with a T. No? I can't spell. Sometimes, guys, I can type and spell. Sometimes I just can't do any of it. But today I'm rocking. Look. All right. Mainline. Once again. This guy. He's got his wife. Name's Jenny. Jenny has been accused of being one of the co-conspirators and architects of January 6th. Honestly, Richard Hatcher, you are absolutely right. They should have flown the flag on the Capitol upside down when they tried to take over the Capitol on January 6th. And this is what we're talking about, because Judge Samuel Alito, Judge Alito, will be on the bench to determine all of the legalities surrounding January 6th. And if he hasn't recused himself, when we all know that he has spent personal time, having great R&R type activities with a billionaire that goes by the name of Paul Singer, and then has gone to rule and have Paul Singer's hedge fund company's legal business in front of him at 10 times? And then that company makes $2.4 billion? Then damn, we already know that he's made his mind up on the January 6th case already. That already is showing us that that is a bias. That is why my main thing is, this is what it is. These are the rules, and right now it is totally illegal. Excuse me. That's a Freudian slip, because it should be illegal, but it's not. Right now it's totally legal to do all of this shit. There has been no pushback. There's really no precedence going into these things, and these rules are more loosely based, where these Supreme Court justices act upon what we, the normal people, will consider an honor system. And it doesn't seem like the dishonorable Samuel Alito is holding up. Well, shit. Yes, he is. He's holding up to the traditions of the Supreme Court. Who am I to sit here and act so naive and so damn hurt by what's going on? Who am I? Right? So he says these things. He says, there was my wife flew it. I couldn't take it down. Let's hear from the neighbor. How about we do that? Check it out.
Thanks so much, Emily, for taking the time and coming out to talk about this. I know it's not something you really expected to ever have to do, but I want to start with the dispute itself with Martha Ann Alito, Justice Alito's wife. I know it began after the 2020 election over yard signs that you had placed at your mother's home where you were living at the time. Can you start off by just explaining to me what those first yard signs you put out said?
Yes, and Aaron, thank you so much for having me today. My first yard sign that I put up was an anti-Trump sign. It said F Trump in glitter cursive letters. And, it was just as like a message to the world that I see Trump as a danger to our democracy. And I see him as a self-proclaimed fascist. Like he said, he wanted to be a dictator on day one of his presidency. And so I just use my small influence in my small corner of the world to broadcast my views like that.
All right, so you put the F Trump sign out in glitter, and Mrs. Alito responds, right? So tell me about that, how she reacted.
Yeah, so there were a handful of times that we somewhat interacted, like not actually speaking, but, she kind of stopped in front of the house and gave us a long glare. And I just want to emphasize that the interaction that happened on February 15th is the one that they're using as an excuse for why they flew the flag. And I really want to hammer home the fact that that happened on February 15th, and their flag went up 2 or 3 weeks before that. So even if it were a valid excuse that they were having a dispute with a neighbor and that made them put the flag up, that timeline just disproves it. It just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. And I want to go to that in detail. But first, just the very basic. When you put up the F Trump sign and she walks by and she glares, had you ever talked to her before? Did you realize that this was Martha Ann Alito?
Yeah, so when I moved back to the area in 2020, I did know that the Alitos lived in the neighborhood. I didn't know which house. I didn't know what they looked like. And so it didn't take me long, though, to put 2 and 2 together.
And to realize who they were when she's standing outside. So you realize that she's upset about this. So then when January 6th happens, my understanding is, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Emily, because I'm...
All right, I didn't give the best job of leading in with this video, but this is an interview that just took place less than 24 hours ago between Aaron Burnett, the host of the CNN show, and Emily Baden, who is the former neighbor of Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito and the Alitos. And she's basically saying that their dispute says let his wife to hoist the controversial flags in response to her exchange with Baden. So Martha Ann Alito hoisted the flag up because she was doing it to spite Emily Baden, who's here, the guest, talking to Aaron Burnett. Where are we right now? We're at 2:50. Let's jump ahead to Alito's response. Let's jump ahead. Here we go.
I quote him again, Emily. A house on the street displayed a sign attacking her personally. I guess that's the "you are complicit" or that you were just talking about, but that you say was not directed at her. And a man who was living in the house at the time trailed her all the way down the street and berated her in my presence using foul language, including what I regard as the vilest epithet that can be addressed to a woman, which is the C word.
All right, so basically Alito is saying that, hey, they were beefing back and forth, that his wife felt threatened, that she was heckled and harassed and walked down the street by some guy that was calling her a you know what I mean? Regard me. So, that is what Samuel Alito is saying. That's his whole alibi. Hey, look, my wife was beefing with the neighbors, and as a result, this is what happened. Let's keep going.
Now, let me just break this down, Emily. You say it was you who said those things. It was not your now husband. But you say Alito is lying here for another very basic reason. Can you explain?
So, at best, he's mistaken, but at worst, he's just outright lying. And there was a neighbor who even witnessed this and witnessed me using that unfortunate term. And what else I said in that interaction.
All right, so far the lie is Alito is saying that it was the partner, a male companion, husband of Emily Baden that was dog walking his wife and arguing with her and calling her names and making her feel threatened. Emily Baden is the one that's saying that she was the one, in fact, that called Martha and Alito you know what I mean? She's saying she did that. Just to clarify, and I'll keep playing.
Is so important, and I hope it's not getting forgotten in the discourse around the word. In that interaction, she approached us, started screaming at us, used all of our full names, which to me felt like a threat because you're a stranger. We don't know you. You don't know us. How do you know our full names? And I started yelling, "How dare you?" Because they both were there at the same time. So I said, "How dare you? You're on the highest court in the land. You represent the Supreme Court of the United States. You're behaving this way. You're yelling at a neighbor. You're harassing us. How dare you? Shame on you." And I did use the word. So if that in any way, distracts from that real message, I do regret using the word because the message is important. It's like the power imbalance between these people and me. I'm nobody to them. So, and the fact they took umbrage with my sign is telling enough. It shows like a bias, doesn't it?
So,
I mean,
and I want to talk about that, but just to be very clear on the timing, he's saying that she put up the flag because you said those things.
Aaron Burnett is not really impressed with Emily Baden's little personal remarks about Alito. What she is trying to establish here, what Aaron Burnett is trying to establish with this interview by Emily Baden is that Judge Alito made an excuse of why the flag, which is hanging upside from his house. The flag being hung upside down is a very, very controversial thing to do. And I'm going to tell you why, and we're going to go into that. That's going to be the fun part. But right now, Aaron Burnett is establishing that Samuel Alito's reasoning for the flag being flown is actually a lie. He said that, first of all, his wife felt threatened, they were accosted, that the neighbors had put up other signs, and that is the result of what happened. That's why she flew the flag upside down. He didn't have anything to do with it. It was all her doing, and that is how the flag came to be flying at his house the way it came to be flying. Oh my God. I think I get paid by the words, guys. By the syllable. That's what happens.
I can't control it. I can't control it.
You know I can't. All right, so going on.
But when we look at, there was actually, you called 911 on that day. There's actually a police report about that incident.
Official record police report. And on what day did it take place?
And that shows that the timing just doesn't work, right? The flag was up before. The flag picture that the New York Times had was weeks before.
The flag had been flying since January-ish, mid to late January. The police report pops up on the 15th or the 17th. She says the 15th, but I believe she tries to correct it and say the 17th, which is actually where
that incident actually happened where you called for that work. So what he's saying here, you're saying at best mistaken, but it certainly is just, it's categorically by the dates not true, right? She didn't put the flag up for that reason.
Absolutely, 100%. And that's what I want to really drive home to people is that this happened on February 15th. And we know that because they had been harassing us so long that we were like, we need a paper trail of this. Like, we better call the cops right now. You know, like I said, these are federally protected people. They have security detail. They represent the judicial system. They are the law. And I am just a regular person.
Now, I believe that she is absolutely positively correct. The United States Supreme Court is usually secured by the United States Marshal Service. Now, this also happened years ago when I used to work at the United States Marshal Service, and I can tell you, never mind. I'm never mind. It's not no big deal. No big deal, no big secrets here. It's just they still use WordPerfect. They don't use no Word, Microsoft Word. They use WordPerfect, and it's really because, like, that's the first word processing program that they got on computers, and they can only go with technology as the worst guy out there. Perhaps they might have rolled it over to Word by now, but I don't know. Last time I checked, it was WordPerfect. Yeah, American people are paying money for WordPerfect.
And so it's, you know, yeah, we called the cops that day. It was February 15th, and I think the photo of the flag was on January 17th.
Yes.
So yeah,
the timing doesn't add up. I do think it's important, Emily, just to emphasize here that, you know, this is happening between you, your husband, your household, and a Supreme Court justice and his wife, and a police report is called. I mean, it is pretty stunning just to even think about that. Can I just ask you about your interaction with him? He's there. He says this happened in his presence, this altercation where you're saying she was screaming at you with your full name, and you responded with the C word.
And then we are about to find out right now, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're on the edge of your seat because we are about to find out how one of your Supreme Court judges responded to this harrowing situation. Let's go.
What did he do? What did he say?
He didn't say anything, and I find that very telling because I feel like in any other situation, somebody would step in if they see somebody like accosting someone like that, and they would say, hey, you know, ease up a little bit. Let's go. Let's walk down the street. He didn't do anything. He just kept walking and basically disappeared.
Never said a word. I mean,
my follow-up question would have been like, yo, where was his security detail then, lady? He's always securityed up. Like, where was the security detail at that point? But let's put this together. Judge Alito says that his wife was being heckled and harassed by a man. He was in the presence of his wife while she was being harassed and heckled by a man, and yet he did nothing. Fellas in the chat, you're walking with your wife. A guy starts harassing her. No matter what you do, whether you go and confront the guy, whether you say, hey, babe, let's get out of here. We don't want no trouble. We got too much to lose. Whether you're going to do something. Is there anybody in this chat that has a main squeeze, an old lady that wouldn't do anything if another man was violating her in front of you? She said he did nothing. Now, if there was two women going bickering back and forth, what's more likely? You not to do anything or step in or do anything or just keep walking and let them go ahead and handle that? I mean, in both cases, I'm like, yo, babes, come on, let's move on. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep on about our path. As long as it's not extra disrespectful. I'm going to try to get out of there before it gets stupid disrespectful. You know what I mean? What she's saying is that he was lying about his entire statement of why the flag was up there. They got the police report to let you know that, hey, that flag was flown up there before. It wasn't in spite of me and her arguing, going back and forth, because that flag was already flying on the day that we got in the argument. Also, no, a man did not harass and heckle your wife. Because any normal man, if their significant other was being harangued out in the streets, would step in and do something, make some sort of move, and it is being under this lady's testification. Her testimony says, yo, he ain't do shit. He ain't do shit because his wife was not being harassed by a dude. I mean, it sounds worse when a dude is harassing a woman, and I think that is the move that Samuel Alito was trying to pull, and I think that this lady is letting us all know that is bull. Shit. Pops, give us a drop.
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clicks.
That's right.
Groovy.
Smoke shall be blown. Right?
So I want to ask you about one other thing. Around this time, the Alito security detail started doing something that you perceived as threatening. They have a security detail, and something specific happened. What was it?
Yeah, so they have a security detail that parks in front of their house or like in front of the house across the street from them. We are 4 or 5 houses away, and sometimes that detail would be in front of our house, which, obviously I can't say for sure. I don't know what their motivation was, but we did take it as intimidating, especially when that same car reappeared in front of our house the day the New York Times article came out. And I don't know what else we're supposed to get from that.
But you certainly felt threatened. And let me just ask you, Emily, you talking before this, and I don't want to say anything inappropriate, but I know you were nervous to talk. You thought about this long and hard to decide whether you thought it was worthwhile to speak out. Why do you think it is so important that you tell this story?
I think it is monumentally important. I think our democracy is fragile, and we learned that on January 6th. And we see it all the time with people like Trump who say they want to be a dictator. These are serious, serious things. And I just want people, regular people like myself, to understand that we live in a democracy, and we don't have to watch our democracy become a dictatorship or a fascist, Christian nationalist society. Like, we need to pay attention. We need to stand up, organize, and resist.
All right, well, Emily, I appreciate your time, and thank you so much for talking to me.
That's right. I appreciate your time as well, Emily. Thank you for that. Let the children sing. One more time, let the children sing. Yeah, that was a CNN interview. That was a CNN interview with Erin Burnett and, damn it, what's her name? Her last name is Baden. First name Emily. Excuse me, guys. I will put that link in the chat right now for you. Will asked about it, and will receive this. Ladies and gentlemen, I am 03 times talking shit getting clicks. We're not done. We're not done. Now, what did I just say? My whole thing is we need to audit and restructure our Supreme Court. How they serve, actually how long they serve, they need some term limits there. I kind of like they can serve for life. I like it because, you know, they have that wisdom, and long as they're sharpened with it, and usually they're in pretty good shape. They're taken care of, you know, as far as health is concerned. So, I mean, Ruth RBG was still with it. She was failing physically, but everybody agreed that her mind was on amazing even before she passed. Rest in peace. Now, what did we get from all of this? We have trials coming up. We have important cases coming up. And we have lawyers that are supposed to uphold justice and don't seem to be, at the very least, any types of judicial. This is the problem I have with the flag. Because, really, this is why I'm in distress right now. Let me show you something. Here's our educational part, and you are going to love this, I am sure. Now, this is from Cornell Law School, one of the most prestigious school law schools out here in the line. And this is U.S. Code Title 4, Chapter 1, whatever that thing is, 8, respect for the flag. Let's go through this. No disrespect should be shown to the flag of the United States of America. The flag should not be dipped to any person or thing. Regimental colors, state flags, organization, or institutional flags are to be dipped as a mark of honor, which means when there's a flag ceremony and you're holding your flags dip as in a bow or a salute to other host countries, participating countries, or participating flags. And this one, the United States flags will dip to no flag, no other flag, not no other near another flag in this world, in wherever you and I know there is. The number one rule is that there is no other flag. Sounds like a god, like God. There are no other gods in monotheism. Yeah, but there it is. There is no flag. No flag. The United States flag will bow to no other flags. Actually, every other flag will bow to the flag of the United States of America. Now, let's go to Section A. Yeah, flashback. I agree. Now, the flag should never be displayed with the Union down, except as a signal of dire distress in instances of extreme danger to life or property. That's right. Once again, rule number A. After we get through the intro, there should be no disrespect, and our flag is the best flag ever of all the flags on Earth and in the universe. We get to the first rule. The first rule of Fight Club is that the flag should never be displayed with the Union down, except as a signal of dire distress in instances of extreme danger to life or property. Show is called Distress. This is not the Union Jack, but this represents the Union Jack on an actual United States of American flag. Once again, this thumbnail is a representation of the United States flag. I am not putting any type of United States red and white and blue flag upside down. I wouldn't F with it like that. A little bit too much respect. Especially for the guys on the 80-year anniversary of D-Day, Normandy, storming the Normandy beach. Right? But like I said before, once again, the flag should never, The flag should never be displayed with the Union down. Once again, this is the Union down. You see how the stars are upside down and the flag is upside down? The number one rule in respecting the flag is that that should never happen. And the reason being, because the flag should never be displayed, is because the reason that it would be displayed that way is that shit has gotten so effed up that we are now in an instance of extreme danger to life or property. And I could scroll back up, but Flashback, aka Richard Hatcher, who also says the judge is a Karen, moments ago also said that on January 6th, the flag should have been flown upside down at this nation's capital as the people that went there to sully that great institution, there should have been some warning. And now there is a judge that will be overseeing that case. And he, in fact, in his household, that flag has been flown upside down. Now, MAGA libertarians, whoever has that issue with the United States of America flies that flag upside down because they feel that in theory there is a distress. They feel that this vote was taken away from them, so that is something that is extremely dangerous to their life and or property. But we're talking about actual extreme danger or of life or property. And when I think of instances of extreme danger to life or property, I do not think of theory. I think of straight up physical, violent, extreme danger to my life or property. Life coming first, property coming second. Don't fucking forget that. You can get it. I'm wrapping up for you. Right. But we see this has happened. Right. Supreme Court Judge Alito. Supreme Court. I'm thinking freedom of speech. You should have a freedom of speech, right? William, you in there? Would you agree there should be a, is that Johnson versus U.S.? Is Johnson the flag burning? Is that the burning of the flag? Johnson versus U.S., is that the flag burning? Rock with me here, dude. Or you can call in. We got a phone line. 313-825-5557. My lines are open, guys. My lines are open. I appreciate you, y'all all for being up in here. If you haven't, please shoot me the like real quick. Shoot me that little like. I'm in here sweating AC off just so you guys can hear me and have the, your mouth. All right, so yeah, it's Johnson versus USA. I thought it was Texas versus Johnson. I'm not. Johnson. It would have ended up being Johnson versus United States. It's used versus United States once you go to the Supreme Court. But yeah, Texas versus Johnson, USA versus Johnson was a flag burning. Now, flag burning comes in there too. And flag burning is down on a list that says the flag, when it is in such a condition that it's no longer fitting an emblem for display, it should be destroyed in a dignified way, preferably by burning. Now, yes, you can burn a flag, and people do not realize. A lot of people out there don't realize that when your flag has come, because I see a lot of flags around. I got a lot of flags in my neighborhood, guys. And when I see those flags flying, some are old as fuck and they're tattered. And once they get tattered and they're just in a trashy, like once your ones get bent or your Timbs get buckled in and you're like, I can't wear these shits no more. These are for the lawn. You don't do that with a flag. You don't use it to mow your grass with or to do any fuckery with. You take it and you burn it. And then you're supposed to probably take those ashes and bury them. Some shit like that. So not all flag burning is controversial when you're doing it in the right way. However, I believe right in the Texas Johnson, this is one of those cases we got in high school. Like the facts of the cases of Texas versus Johnson, that and indeed, that it was protected by free speech. Now, Will, I'm glad you brought this Texas versus Johnson up. It's like you're throwing me a oops, sir, because this is my logical and my way of understanding this, and I want you guys to listen to this. Will, when we talk about freedom of speech, we always do. We talk about that is very important. It's very important. It's number one. It's number one. Just like the number one rule to mistreating the flag is don't fly that shit upside down. Excuse me for calling it shit, but don't fly Old Glory upside down. Freedom of speech in our Constitution is number one. It's the number one. So couldn't sacrifice the Timbs last week. You know. It's the number one. Freedom of speech is number one. And it's protected by freedom to carry, to bear arms, which is number two. Two protects one. But one, we have freedom of speech, and that's in how we talk, how we express ourselves, right? We can do art. We can make porn. We can make art that we know is going to offend somebody. We're allowed to say offensive things. We're allowed to speak our minds. We're free to do that, and we're not going to face any jail time or being shot like we're in a old communist country or something. The government's not going to come and get us, right? The government never comes and gets us, like the communist countries, right? For those people who say the Clintons were capping people and Barack Obama had transsexuals killed, remember that? All you guys in the chat? Government wouldn't do that, right? But, Will, what's the one thing? What's the one thing you can't do with the freedom of the speech? Come on, tell us, Willis. Willis, you cannot yell fire in a crowded theater when there's no fire. Right? Work with me here. Work with me here. I don't know if I don't think I'm going to go too deep with this, but I'm going to just show you my logic. That's what we learn about the First Amendment, right? That's like when you're learning about the Constitution, the training wheels are still on. They say, hey, yes, you can say whatever you want to say. You can burn the flag. You can do that. You can do that. But you cannot walk in a theater and yell fire. Yo, in 1891, there was a disaster called the Cannonsburg Opera House disaster. Now, when the Supreme Court talks about that freedom of free speech, but you're not allowed to, yell fire in a crowded theater or something like that, and they use that in the decision that took place in, I think, like the early 60s, it had come because for damn near over 50 years, there were disasters in which people were going into crowded theaters and yelling fire when there was absolutely positively no fire. And what would happen was people would be in horror. No one wants to be burnt alive. And in their rush to get out, people would stumble and fall, and people would still be trying to get out. So they would get stepped on, and they would get crushed, and they would be injured severely. And in 1891, this exact thing happened at the Cannonsburg Opera House in Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. A man had walked in there, blah, blah, blah. They're in the theater, yells fire. Everybody's trying to get out. 24 people died inside a stairwell. One rescuer was killed by a person falling from a transom. And then one audience member who, according to eyewitness accounts, had escaped the theater, ran across the street and died. And they say that the man had escaped by running across heads and faces of trapped victims as they were being crushed. And he had also pushed like a record player machine, phonograph at the time they called it, through a window where it showered broken glass on rescue workers, injuring them. And then he ran out of the theater, crossed the street, and then he died by some combination of panic-related health complications. But they also do mention that he sustained injuries when he was physically assaulted by some onlooking townspeople. So we might have to revisit that one in history. But ultimately, like I just said, you cannot yell fire in a crowded theater. Let me remind you what I just wrote to you, what I read to you guys. U.S. Code Title 4, Chapter 1, 8 says the flag should never be displayed with the Union down except as a signal of dire distress and instances of extreme danger to life or property. William, I submit to you that flying that flag upside down when there is no physical, violent, extreme threat to danger of life and or property should be treated just the same as someone who screams fire in a theater full of people when there's no fucking fire. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I can't control it. Okay? It's in my family.
That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. You guys let me know what you think about that. Call in. 313-825-5557. Lines are open, but not for long. Because I don't like doing 2-hour shows, and we're getting there. We're getting there. But I hope that you guys got something out of this. Honestly, really, really, really. I'm getting thumbs up from the ill diver. Look, I got my chats on autos right now. Say whatever you got to say in the chat right now. Jump out, guys. Let me know. Once again,
don't let the jump out boys in their city.
That's what I'm talking about. Let me know. Let the children sing first and foremost. And applause. And I appreciate each and every one of you for showing up and showing out. Once again, I say all of this, and I know you may not agree with me, or you may not think that flying that flag upside down is actually can be used in a, like a figurative, it can be used as a symbol that you're upset that your guy didn't win the election that you thought he won. There was another flag that they had up there that I can talk about, but I'm not going to. But there's also another, they're saying that there's another thing I want to show you guys. Just to wear the flag, that you're not supposed to use it for advertising. You shouldn't use it to hold anything. So you don't take a flag and throw some cookies in there and wrap the flag, or you see it like a little country commercial, they have the flag and they have buttermilk biscuits and they wrap the flag around these biscuits and give it to their, no, you're not supposed to do that. The flag should never have placed upon it, nor any part of it, nor attached to it, any mark, any insignia, any letter, any word, any figure, design, picture, drawing of the nature. And it's amazing to me that people who claim to be patriotic, who claim to be patriots, who claim to love the flag, do shit to our American flag. Now this flag, nope, because you went over the American flag. This flag, nope, because you used it under this man's name. Nope, you threw an eagle on it with some letters. Nope, you threw another man's face on this rough-looking flag. Yes, that's a go. You can use that flag. But none of the other ones. None of these other ones that I'm showing listed here. And this is what I see in my today's America. So, that brings me to two things. I think that our Supreme Court justices all should be audited. I think there should be some little oversight there. And I think they need to look into how they're dealing with billionaires, millionaires, and all these business people, and how it may or may not be affecting their decisions. And we should push for recusal, because there are really no rules for recusal on the Supreme Court. Like I said, there's supposed to be an honor system. Oh, yeah. And then I would like everybody, my American citizens out there, to go visit this website here. I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to drop the link I'm going to drop the link right now. Check that out. And this link right here that I just dropped, that's me. That's my beautiful thing right there. That's small 3 times. Right there, if you go to that link, it will tell you each and every way of how this flag should be treated. It's going to tell you respect for the flag. All right, guys, so
there's no strategy.
Thank you.
There is no thought.
I tried.
And the brand is just him. He lives in this world where there's just him. Okay?
Yeah, I appreciate everybody to come out and to check out my show this week, the June 6th, 2024 episode of Talking Shit, Getting Clicks. I am your host, Mo 3 times. Tonight, we talked about distress. We saw a man try to back to the future his own daughter. We saw the reaction of a good, loving sister trying to share some food with her familia, and they did her dirty. Damn, that shit still hurts my heart. That Cajun fried corn from MF and Wingstop. Yep, we saw these things. Let's end this out on a good note, though. This is how we're going to do it. Check this out. Let's get it together, good people. This guy's about to kick some knowledge for us.
Billionaires are holding out on us. One of the most famous billionaires in the world made a shocking viral video announcement recently, and it could change America forever.
Mind paying taxes at Berkshire, and we are paying a 21% federal rate. If we send in a check like we did last year, we send in over $5 billion to the U.S. federal government. And if 800 other companies had done the same thing, no other person in the United States would have had to pay a dime of federal taxes, whether income taxes, no Social Security taxes, no estate taxes, no, it's open down the line.
Billionaires are holding out on us. One of the most famous billionaires in the world made
like
a
the
shocking...
thing is, like Warren Buffett was sitting there talking about it and was kind of like, he's saying to me like he was excited talking about all this.
First of all,
and we're talking about these top companies that we have in the United States of America just paying. This is not even their fair share of taxes. This is just a chip off the old block for them. And if they did that, then us, the people who worked for the majority of those companies, we would have such a better life. But they don't want that for you and I don't know why. I think maybe because we'd all have yachts. And speaking of yachts, like orcas have been attacking yachts. Check that out. Big ass whales have been attacking yachts and sinking the shit out of them lately.
Listen.
don't argue.
I got some.
I'm trying to get there. But that's what we got going on, guys. We got to think of like this. We need to come together. We need to come together. And that would have actually been a part of my argument for reparations, because a lot of those companies that are still Fortune 500 companies today go back to the days of slavery, and they made money off of slaves, and those companies could pay in to reparations. And I don't think it's United States. All the countries who had an input of peoples being bought and sold and taken across the Atlantic Ocean for the pleasures of a whole nother group of people, they should all kick in with that. That would have been a little bit of my argument. But this asshole didn't have the cojones to come on here and debate me when he knows my phone number is 313-825-5557. But he was Mr. Twitter Fingers. He was Twitter Fingers.
First of all, don't argue.
And he didn't want any of it. So, reparations, maybe a talk for later. But I'll end it with this.
Well, you know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would
let me start it from the beginning.
I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we'd be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down. If we wanted to shut a whole city down, and I'm talking if we wanted to shut a whole interstate down, both sides, you take 3 rednecks, less than 30 minutes to assemble some shit in their backyard with concrete, wood, and if you took about 5 brothers from the hood to mix with them, it'd take them less than 10 minutes to set the shit up, and you'd have a whole interstate shut down. You couldn't take a Mack truck through that motherfucker. You couldn't stop us. No wonder they tried to divide us so much.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about. We need to come together like butt cheeks. Yeah, it is, Flash. Thank you, each and every one of y'all guys, for coming out to watch these me episodes. Not making it a me episode, and by participating and showing up in the chat with your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your comments, and then you turned it into the we episodes live, and I love it. I love that for me. I love that for you. Don't forget, yo, we all out in here. We're all peoples. We need each other. We can get there faster. We can go further together than alone. Let's forget about the stuff that divides and get together and talk about the things that multiplies. I feel sorry about that girl whose brother ate all her wings, Cajun corn, and fries. Oh, I'm a rapper. Am I? No, I'm not a rapper. I host a podcast on YouTube. Thursdays nights by myself, solo dolo. I go and do this live thing, and I go by the name of Mo 3 times. And the show is the we episodes, and it's on my YouTube channel. Talking shit and getting clicks. Thank you guys. Have a great night.